The MTH in Scottish Church History and Theology is a course which is validated by Glasgow University, so there's a degree from Glasgow University at the end of it. It's really aimed at two different types of people. First of all, those who are wanting to see it as an introduction or preparation for going on to further study, like for example a PhD in either Scottish Church History or Theology. But the other group of people are those who really just have an interest in it. They just want to pursue their interests, develop historical skills, things or theological skills, things like that. It equally fits both those people. And those who are eligible are those who have a degree in history or theology. It doesn't have to be Scottish history, or it doesn't have to be Scottish Church history, but it's fairly open. At the end of it, they will have developed a whole range of academic and transferable skills. They will have been able to study at much greater depth than they'd ever be able to at undergraduate level. Of course, as a mixture, you can choose from a range of options. The church history options are basically chronologically arranged from just before the Scottish Reformation through to the 20th century. And there's three particular options which you can study in Scottish theology. And you can mix the two as areas according to what you yourself want. At the end of it, you've got these academic skills, you've got transferable skills, you've worked your way more and more into the particular areas of interest and depth, and that should stand anybody who fits the two criteria perfectly well.
The Top Masters is a fantastic course option because the benefit of the Top Masters is that you get to dip into different areas, but you still look at them fairly in depth. So although it's general, there's still opportunities to dive deep down into areas that you personally find interesting. And the benefit as well is you can combine Scottish theology with Scottish church history, and there's always an overlap, and you can choose from different periods of history or different doctrines. So the theology option that I took included the doctrine of the church, which is very important in Scottish theology, the doctrine of the atonement from a Scottish perspective, and also church-state relations, so political theology, the importance of Presbyterianism and the formation of the Scottish Church as a whole. And then after you do that, you do essays in each of those areas, and then you'd submit a shorter dissertation based on one of those key areas, and that allows you to have something of the Research Masters area where it's a bit more in depth in an area of your choosing. And I've really found it so practical and helpful for my personal ministry, and not just being a minister, but just as a Christian. My personal area was in the subject of church discipline, concerning scandal and how people take offence and different things, and just the rigour that these older Scots divines had in the scriptures. It's so edifying for us, and you know, the opportunity of studying here at ETS gives you that, and the professors, they know these men, they know the Word of God, so when they're helping and instructing you and leading you, it brings it all together. And it shapes you not just as a minister, but as a Christian deep down, which is our biggest concern, even if we are ministers.